Good morning. Targeted individual David Atkins. I'm back with you again. This is for entertainment purposes only. Anyway, my fellow targeted individuals, how are y'all? Doing a lot better than I was last night. They hit me hard. I had to lay in the bed and just close my eyes because when they hit me with a dew and fry my brain, it makes my eyes hurt. So I got to close my eyes. I went to bed about 7:30 or 8 o'clock last night. So here today we're going to talking about targeting is murder of a human being's life. A targeted individual is a person who has become an unwilling victim of illegal terrorism operations, which causes many types of harm to come to the person, including psychological harm through stalking or physical harm through biological, chemical, direct energy, electromagnetic, and acoustic weapons, or loss of property, health, family, jobs, or life itself. The goal of this terrorism is to eliminate the TI through torture, leading to a final solution, their suicide or death. Some targets have been microwaved to death. Some targets have taken their own lives. Some targets have taken their own lives and others at the same time. And the Nazis, just for y'all's information, the Nazis targeted groups of people which could be defined by nationality, creed, religion, or medical infirmity, undesirables by state definitions. Targets in the present case are a diverse group of people who have gained negative attention by some action or attitude like whistleblowing, nonconformism, a personality disorder, revenge by family, co-worker, or ex, reporting police crime. They can be any nationality because the present assault on humanity is interchangeable worldwide. Targeted individuals are chosen by someone who has the authority to elect them to the FISA courts or the FBI, CIA, Homeland Security, Department of Justice watch list. This is punishment for some crime as terrorists, as these words have been redefined by the New World Order. This is outside the normal legal justice system. It puts them in double jeopardy, which is against all law. One individual cannot be punished twice for crimes. These crimes have not been processed through any legal or constitutional processes. Targets are still under judicial law and then are being punished again or under separate illegal secret rules when they have not been legally accused of anything. They are judged and assigned punishments in total secret, even secret to them. They are never allowed to meet their accusers or defend themselves. What could be more unjust? Outright killing? That's done too, especially when they file lawsuits to redress the wrongs done to them. The Constitution guarantees rights, which means nothing to the current criminals running this electronic harassment and stalking program. Everything that is done to bring about the target's death is a part of the crime of murder, even if it's brought about step by step, removing them from their homes, jobs, families, bed, or park bench. Targets are literally run off the face of the earth. The terrorism acted out on the TIs extends to the TI's family, friends, or anyone who helps them. The torture is meant to degrade a person physically, mentally, to the point where they are no longer able to function. They are trapped in their homes, afraid to leave. Their hopes for personal fulfillment, success, and happiness are destroyed to the point that they have no hope of a viable future. They are pushed into becoming either a criminal, a mental patient, or a suicide after many months of persistent torture. So they are no longer the person they were. They are isolated from their support systems and are fighting an enemy much larger than themselves, and no one will help them. It is each individual against the entire country. It is war. The goal is to have the TI kills themselves. The TI fights back with lawsuits or exposes their torture publicly. They are murdered and their death is documented as a natural death or a suicide. This is why most people are unaware that this torture and death is happening now. Some TIs are murdered outright or gassed in their beds with chemical formed from cans or tanks on a stalker's back. The cowards who carry out these attacks strike when their victim is most helpless. When they are asleep, people are being put to sleep so thieves can come in and steal from them without being seen. play tricks with gaslighting, or insert illegal implants in the target's body. The cochlear brain implant provides a continual link between the brain and a remote control or remote operator or computer. TRs are attacked with persistent surveillance using audio, visual, radar, through the wall, and other technologies, robbing them of their privacy. Home and auto GPS installations track every movement. It takes about 20 people to keep one TI under constant surveillance, and taxpayers are unwittingly paying for the torture and death of fellow citizens. These illegal operations include the goal of causing the targeted individual continuous agitation, annoyance, and pain through their entire body 24 hours a day. The victim sometimes is implanted with devices and nanotechnology which stimulates pain in nerves and muscles. The brain and body frequencies are stolen so they can be tortured and killed from a distance. This is the perfect torture system because the perpetrators cannot be seen. TIs are coupled to computer-like cell phones so that their thoughts and emotions can be read remotely. Their evoked potentials and EEG is stolen and then used to put voices into the TI's head without sound going through the ears. Communicate through telepathy without voices, look through TI's own eyes and hear through their ears, and track them. For further information on how these things are accomplished, do a search online for remote neural monitoring. You will find 100 patents regarding this technology. The government has been secretly perfecting monitoring the human being from a distance for the last 70 years in preparation for a total dominance of the human race. The object of harassment is to remove the TI from their support systems, their source of income, their family, and emotional support. The goal is to make them penniless, homeless, and vulnerable to more attacks which bring about their death. But in the meantime, they provide study data for clinical trials in universities. Who is doing these things? The global New World Order through the global government of the United Nations. People who consider these things to be illegal are called constitutionalists. They still believe in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Most people are unaware of the radical change in military domination of the planet, or that they will come under the oppression of this program in time. Are you listening? Don't turn around, because this program of total dominance is for everyone, including you. Even if a TI was a criminal under the Constitution, they have a right to trial by their peers. In the present illegal program of terror, no one is entitled to an indictment, trial, sentencing, or appeal. They are all sentenced to unlimited torture and death outright. Yes, a death sentence without a trial. Okay, I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to do a part 2. So what I'm going to do is I want y'all to look for part 2, because part 2 is way more interesting than this. It's going to be Targeted is a Murder of Human Being's Life, part 1. Targeted is Murder of a Human Being's Life, part 2. And this is part 1. Thank y'all. Oh yeah, by the way, I might be getting released from the hospital with a catheter and a wheelchair. So if anybody's interested, just write in the comments below, or I'm going to put my GoFundMe down in the description. And if you're interested, please donate, because I'm getting out in a wheelchair and a catheter, and I don't have no income coming in. And I'm not lying about a catheter, look. So I'm just letting y'all know. So maybe if y'all interested, y'all can help me out. Anything's welcome. But if not, pray for me and look for part 2, because part 2 I'm fixing to drop in a minute, and it's very interesting. Thank you.